Mama.
So the movie Mama is produced by Guillermo del Toro, who basically is probably still a little bit pissed that Peter Jackson came back to direct The Hobbit, and he's like, hey, fuck it, I'm gonna make a horror film. And we're gonna call it Mama. So anyway, Mama stars the up-and-coming Jessica Chastain, who was in Zero Dark 30, and in this movie she plays kind of a anti-hero slash rocker hot chick who wears a lot of mascara. So here's the plot to the movie. The movie starts out in some kind of weird depression that America's having. Everyone's kind of like committing suicide. So this rich business guy takes his 2 daughters after probably losing his job or the stock market crash. He takes off through the snowy woods, wrecks his car, some crazy weird shit happens, and then boom, we're introduced to Mama for the first time. And Mama's one scary bitch. She's a 7-foot tall, twisted and contorted corpse who has a lot of inner issues, and she escaped from a sad house, as they say in the movie. Okay, so let's get back into the plot. So 5 years later, after the opening of the movie, you know, these guys find these 2 young girls hiding in this cabin, and they're dirty, they're filthy, they're very animal-like. They started crawling around, they're eating a lot of berries from the woods, and no one can comprehend how these 2 young girls could survive for 5 years alone in the woods. But their loving and caring uncle, who likes to draw pictures, by the way, that's Jessica Chastain's boyfriend in the movie, he comes along after, you know, years and years of searching for these girls. He's a really nice guy in the movie, very caring, basically the most perfect guy you could ever have for an uncle. So Uncle comes in and takes these 2 girls who are at this hospital at the time, and there's this doctor guy, this psychiatrist, who wants to study them. By the way, that guy was more scary than Mama. He was just like a sex offender waiting to happen. I didn't trust him, and then the whole time in the movie, I'm like, this guy's, he's got some backstories that we're not gonna get to. He'd be talking to the little girls in like a dark, dim room, and he'd be talking like this. So, did the woods scare you? How did you survive? Tell me about Mama. Oh, that's interesting. Just weird shit like that. So anyway, the first 2/3 of this movie are really creepy and eerie, and they basically do everything a movie like this should be doing. The movie reminded me of another movie called The Ring. Dark, creepy, gloomy movie. There's kind of a mystery to be solved with a backstory that goes into the past, but now that spirit is haunting the present day because she's just really pissed off, except this time it's not a little girl crawling out of a well, it's a pissed off Mama. So yeah, the first 2/3 of the movie were pretty well done. Now, give or take, the CGI for Mama was a little bit excessive at times and kind of took you out of the movie. Just something about too much CGI for a horror film really, it's just like, I want to be scared, I really do, but that CGI needs a couple more months of work, and then I might piss my pants. And the 2 little girls who are basically, you know, the main stars of the movie did phenomenal jobs. I mean, they were both under 10 years old, obviously, but especially the little girl, she's probably only like 8 or 9 years old at the most, and I thought her acting ability was pretty damn good. I mean, when I was a little kid like that, I could barely smile for a picture, let alone act in a movie, and some of the performances that they give of being scared or, you know, just acting like little animals crawling around the room and being creepy as hell, I don't know, I thought they did pretty damn good for 2 child actors, and I don't say that a lot. Hilly Joe Osment. Give me the chance, I would have killed him. Anyway, this movie's major problem is its ending. I mean, it kind of just goes into what the hellville, and the movie basically just turns into a pile of moth shit, figuratively and literally. And there's one really creepy scene in the movie where you get this first-person point of view of Mama, and it's really eerie and scary. I mean, just something about that scene really gave me goosebumps, and I'd like to see a movie that incorporated more of that into it. But like I was saying, the final act of this movie kind of killed it for me. It's just like, this movie could have been a little bit better, but you guys just kind of ruined it with the last act. So because of that, I'm gonna have to give Mama... And before I go, I have a question for you. What is your favorite horror film of the last 10 years? I think overall mine might be, off the top of my head, The Ring. That little girl crawling out of that fucking well scared the shit out of me. So anyway, let me know what yours is down below in the comments. Take it easy. I'll see you next time.